Hello all, Seriously here, back for some more Shipyards, and today what we're going to try to do is recreate my Corvette from the Corvette save that I have, the Asp Corvette that I've been flying around in the other expeditions and stuff. I haven't done a build guide video for that because I built it during off time and didn't think of it, so we're going to try to do that today. We've got a save slot left here. Let's create a new Corvette. I usually start with this piece because it's my favorite of the landing gear. You can use anything you want, but if you're building the ship that I'm building, you're starting with this. We can pick colors now. I think that can help because this one in particular is going to be underneath. Might be hard to target later. I like either this or this and the metallic. I think I'm going to go with the gray. It's good enough. And then we need a couple of habs. I really like the ambassadors. You can use whichever interior you like. And if you want to match them, you can match them. If you don't want to match them, you don't have to match them. I believe on mine, I put this one here and the single one at the back, but it doesn't matter which orientation you put those in. And then at the front, we went with the ambassador cockpit and the Titan glass landing bay. Specifically, just for the way it opens and closes and goes to a full amount. You can also use the ambassador class landing bay here. It won't change very much at all. Just the back end will look slightly different, and you might even prefer how it looks. Okay, for the time being, just so we can save this Corvette, we're going to put on a weapon. I am using the Infraknife, so we're going to put an Infraknife, and we're going to put a reactor. And we're going to put a thruster. Now we are going to be using the Ambassador Heavy Booster, so we may as well shove one on and we can just move it later. Let's back out and finalize the design, compare, and add to the collection. Just so we get a restore point, a base to work with. Now, I think I've just done all this. I just want to double check that that was all free if we have access to all the parts here. Wasn't even thinking of that. Yeah, if I can build everything, everything's set to free. Good, phew. Because I have not gone and collected all of the new parts in this save. Okay, so what we're going to want to do then is move a room around. We're going to need a backwards room. So let's copy this and go here and here. I'm going to move this up to the front. We're going to need one up there somewhere anyway. Is that where it goes, or does it go one back from that? I think it goes a half back, so we're going to need a half shifted room too. Okay. Let's put one on this side too, just in case we need that for the glitch we're about to do. Apply the edits. It's really just a build order. Not much of a glitch at all. We're going to go in here and put a stairway in, right there in that back tiny room. Modify, come around to the back, and we are going to not target the landing bay. We're going to target that room behind it. We're going to pick it up. We're going to rotate it around, and we're going to copy a room like that. And we're going to snap that in there, and we're going to snap that in there. And if we want, we can just extend this up. And oh yeah, we can't snap that in there because of the stairs, so let's delete the stairs. There, now we have a double room up top as a scaffold that we can do the same thing off of anywhere we want, really. In fact, we could probably even, do one at the bottom down here. In fact, we should, because we don't have currently a forward-facing room. There we go. So we now have two rooms up here that we can snap backwards and forwards stuff off of. Perfect. And now that we have that, we can pick this up, and we may as well, it's going to snap like this first. You can just use your rotate key to snap it to the backwards facing room, and that is our back landing bay. As you can see, it is a bit square here, but I just like how this landing bay lines up with some of the other pieces we're going to use in the cowlings underneath it later. So I prefer it over the other ones. I'm not sure if we need this one now, but what we can do is, we don't need to go inside the freighter, so I am going to put the scaffold room back in there. And let's go, we should go off of this room actually, so we know where we're going. Delete that. And now we want one of these rock hopper modules. Copy that room and put one in there. Now we pick up this room and we should be able to slide it back there. Yeah, that's where it's going to go in the long run. Delete that and that. Copy this and flip it and mirror it. So we've got those going on. Now we've got a room in here somewhere. You know what we could do is apply to the entire Corvette. Let's actually make it matte. There we go. And what we're going to do is target that room. Make that yellow so we can see the different room. It's not going to help us target it. We can see the highlight colors anyway, but if we copy the room, we can't go beside it. Excuse me there, because this is in the way now. So what we can do is, if we can target it, copy the room and go above it. Whoops. And we are one up from where this wing is. We don't want to be one up, we want to be a half up. And we are one out, we don't want to be a half out, we want to be we don't want to be a full out, we want to be a half out. So we're going to need one of these. We can put that on the back of this room. If we pick this up and we slide it here, we are the half in. Let's first slide it a half down by putting it on the top. We'll delete that. I'm going to move this out by one, just because we're going to need to snap a fan on here, like that, and move it a half back. And we delete that, and we go snap to it like that. We copy this wing, and we want to snap it. Oh, we're not a half out anymore. Whoops, whoopsies. Okay, that's a half down. So let's delete that room in there. And we'll go back to our ducting outlet. Put it on the side there. Whoops. Get our fan back out. Okay, we're gonna have to move the room out. There we go, finally. Okay. And that should be the proper snapping point, I think. And if not, we'll figure it out. Let's get down here, take a peek. No, it's got to go back a half. And if this is the right spot, I may as well snap this one in on the other side now. And I'll know if it's right by the way these overlap. These wires should perfectly hug that coil, that nub, which is right. There we go. So we have that wing done. We can copy this one and snap it to there as well, like that. Okay. I believe I have this actually snapped to this piece here. So I have some extra space at the back and front, and then my infer knife goes. Now I've used the crisscross applesauce glitch in mine to snap 7 phase rifles here. So you can do that too. We're just going to put the 1 for the aesthetics today. We're not going to try to get this functioning exactly the same as mine. We might actually end up having to do the crisscross applesauce glitch because I'm not even sure what to call it. Let's call it by the piece. Let's call it the glitch by the piece. The canister link glitch, we might have to use that just to get the front piece in here. We're going to be using Speedbird cowling. And it goes, no, I think that's the exact right spot, actually. In the long run, yes it is, but we want to put reactors in here first, so it's not, and we are going to need that. Do we need any backwards pieces now that we have the reactor on the back? I don't think so. I think we'll be able to figure out something with or without that. I shouldn't have done that. I can't put it. Oh, I can't put it back in. Oh, that's. Oh, yes, I can. I can snap it to this because it's backwards. Okay, great. And that's a half room in there. Oh, that's why I can put it back in. I have both rooms snapped in there still. Should keep the half room as well. Let's see what we can snap in here reactor-wise. We have our 2 reactors we really need for maneuverability. The Medusas. These reactors here only affect your launch thrusters as a bonus. They're, and you know, fuel efficiency, sure, whoop-de-doo. They look cool, but they're going to fill up your tech slots with, as far as I'm concerned, junk stats. So we don't need these. We need 2 of these because they have adjacency with the cockpit, which also gives maneuverability. So we don't need a 3rd. And we do want 3 of these because look at warp cell efficiency and hyperdrive range on each. That's amazing. And hey, we're going to have 2 of these in the long run too because 3 would be ideal. We can have 3 and they all affect shields, but why not have some extra shields and they look cool too. So let's get these in first. So I can snap 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. There's the 3 we need. That's all we really need, but I also snapped in, I think it's at the bottom here, a coolant distributor right there on the backwards room, like that, and then I snap in, oh, what we should do is snap in a room here too if we can. I'm going to get rid of both of those, and I'm going to snap 2 rooms in. And one's backwards and one forwards, because on the top of this room we're going to put 2 of our shields. And I am using the new shield that is not the Aeron power shield. I'm using the defense field. They have some moving parts and they look pretty cool. So 1 up here facing forwards and 1 up here facing backwards. I forgot to change the color of these parts all to metallic gray. The reactor 2, may as well do the infer knife. Okay, I can get rid of these 2 rooms now. Change that color. Now we can pick up or copy that and put that back. We can put our coolant distributor in, and I think this should just snap right in right where I want it as well. Yep, bada bing, bada boom. Very hot roddy stuff going in over there. Let's get our cowlings in. They're up here. Pick the color. Now that's not snapping. See, I can't snap it because we're using this slot here. I want to snap it to the top of oh, that's weird. It is letting me snap something there. No, that's not far forward. There, that's where I want to snap to, but in the middle. And it's saying, I think this reactor's in the way. So, what we're gonna, yeah, that was the one in the way. So one there, and one there. Nice. So what we're gonna have to do to get that one back in is we are gonna have to do that glitch, and to do that, I'm gonna have to create some scaffolds. Doesn't matter which room we pick here, we're just going to snap this back into where this goes, this thing right here, this thruster. Whoops, and then we're going to delete it. Copy this out a couple. Separate them. Okay, so to do the glitch we want to do, I'm going to delete all of our excess rooms here. And to do that, I'm going to go through here and target it that way and that way. Can we see our cockpit from here? No, there's something in the way up there too, but I don't need to go that far forward yet, do I? May as well delete it. I don't think we need it. It might get in the way for our targeting purposes. There we go. There's the cockpit. So now you know there's nothing merged in there. So we want to merge some stuff in there, so let's do that with the Oversized Canister link. We're going to do that copied out one or two as well. I think we need to go one more out. So canister link. Copy this room there. And yeah, I can already copy the room extra twice. That's all we need. We need to do it just one time. That's it. We've just accomplished the glitch. We can delete that. Now we need to build off of that room twice. Both of these rooms are merged, quote unquote, together. They're not. They're offset very, very slightly. One's more forward than the other, but they're both facing forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to go here. Now we have a second room in there, and now I can merge a second room up here. And then I can copy our reactor, or just pick a new one. Pick our color again. And I can merge that back in there. So we have our third reactor. Then I delete that room, that room, that room. We're going to go back into there to figure out which one of those rooms to delete. That one. And then we can copy this room and put our thruster back. Is that where it goes? Just make sure based on the other one. Yep, looks right. We could also check down here. Yep, these wires are right on top of that nub. Okay, a couple more steps here and we're done. I can remove that. Yep, this tab here. Got to find all the right parts. They're not easy to find, actually. I think it is the Arcadia stabilizer we want. I want to put that there. Flip it around. There. I'm just going to double check the color. It's not correct. I think that's correct. We're going to go with it. Then we're going to pick it's either the winglet or the aerofoil, and I can't remember. One of these we're going to flip upside down, rotate it around. See if we can get it to, I'm going to flip it this way first. You know what, I'm just going to put the piece we want there first. It's the radiator casing. Flip that upside down and rotate it. We're going to put it right here. What is that merging to? Okay, I'll put this one in. It does go there. And then I'll snap that one in. There we go. Now let's see if it's the winglet. Flip that upside down. No, unless it is flipped this way and rotate around. No, that's not the right one. Let's try the aerofoil. Flip it upside down. That is the correct one, but this is the wrong way. I will flip it and rotate it. There we go. Now this aerofoil lines up perfectly with this landing bay, which is why I'm using this landing bay, instead of the Ambassador landing bay. So we need to copy the radiator casing, rotate it, click it there, copy the aerofoil, flip it, put it there, and then we need to flip it with the R key. And we can't snap it to the top for some reason. We might need to copy a room off of our canister link glitched room. So let's get one of these and try to snap it to the back there. No, that's not correct. It's not at the right height. That's the right height, but the wrong spot. All right. Yeah, that's the exact right spot. Now can I snap in? Let's just copy the piece so I know I'm getting the right one. Copy, flip, there we go. That's exactly right. So I need to copy this room. Just go up and over. Copy that piece, flip it, put it in there. Now I deleted the room on this side. Can I snap it in here? I can, perfect, just because we were missing this tiny little piece that would have been weird. That's the only reason. See, when I delete this one, missing that tiny little piece there. So we'll copy it, flip it, click it. There we go. And that is basically the whole ship. You can color it to your liking. You can add as many phase beams or infra knives or photon cannons or whichever weapon you like to it. But that is basically the ASP and how to make it from scratch. From memory too. I'm pretty proud of myself because I did not plan this out. Oh, you know what? I think we're missing a couple radiator casings at the front too, on the bottom here. Yeah. We should have one more to snap there. Flip it. One more to snap there. There we go. All done. The ASP from start to finish kind of looks like, and it's one of the reasons I named it that, a snake. Looks like a cobra with the hood there from this angle. We don't have a very tall space station, so I can't zoom out any more than that, but there we go. Let's apply our edits and take it for a test flight. Now, I did not add any of our accoutrements, like in the inside, any decorations, like our thrusters that I have on it now. But I am very, very happy with the shape. Pretty much exactly what I got going on my other save. Again, I colored that engine a bit wrong at the back, the reactor. Now on my other save I have it metallic red, and I really like the matte red too. You guys can do whatever you like. I originally had this in a metallic teal and it looked really good, but I thought hot rod red would look pretty nice for a hot rod type ship. Alright, that's it for today everybody. Till next time, have a good time.